We're starting off another manifesting Monday. How exciting. I think today I want to talk about a no contact situation. Hi! Welcome. How are you? Doing another manifesting Monday. Hi! Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. So today's hot topic is gonna be about no contact situation. I feel like I've mastered no contact situations, right? But like for anyone who is in a no contact situation or very minimal contact, I just want to say, like, I just want to give you a hug. I've been there, very down, very sad about it, just like crying, like I can't focus on anything, right? Totally been there. It's okay for anyone who is there, right? So with no contact, it's like, I know for some people they get frustrated because they're like, oh, I've been affirming for SP. I affirm they're obsessed with me, that they contact me. And so some of the most common things I see is that they say that, and then to their friends, they'll be complaining about their specific person when they don't realize, like, they're affirming for the situation. So that's just one thing that I see. And then another for no contact situation is fighting with the SP, like in their thoughts, like thinking very intensely about SP and thinking about what SP is doing, or perhaps something they said, and then attaching this negative meaning, either fear, doubt, anxiety to that, and really focusing on that, and then saying affirmations just very robotically, like, yeah, he's obsessed with me, he's obsessed with me, he's obsessed with me, okay, or like writing it down, perhaps 369 or 555. It's not writing it that many times that works, but it's for the people who believe that they have to write it that many times for it to manifest. So if someone's like, I've been doing all these techniques and it's just not working, it's not working because you keep affirming that it's not working, right? So I hope that makes sense, that there isn't one specific technique where, like, oh, this is the one. And I know people are always saying, like, oh my gosh, you got to try this one. It's always something new. It's like, oh, the pillow method, this one works, I promise. And then if someone comes into that when they've been affirming over and over again that they don't see results, then that's going to be attached to this technique that they're trying. And they're just going to keep trying and trying and trying until they either give up or just feel miserable trying it. Stresses them out. Hi, so today is Monday. So today's a manifesting Monday, right? Talking about no contact situations, but tomorrow is Tarot Tuesday, and I know it's cheesy, but honestly I have to do that for me so that I can keep things organized, right? So yeah, and my tarot readings too are manifestation based, just because we're tapping into what you're currently manifesting with your energy. And if it resonates, you'll be like, oh yeah, I have been thinking about that. So it's a really useful tool, so that way you know whether you're on track for what you do and don't want. And then we can do like some affirmations, to try and help you out with your situation. Thanks, yeah. So it's not saying, oh, this is going to happen. It's saying this is where the energy is headed. You can choose to continue as is or switch it up. So for example, that's why someone who's like, oh, I've been seeing the same reading over and over again, but it's not happening, right? It's because that's their assumption, right? And their assumption is not changing. So that's why the message is not changing. And it's it also takes believing and trusting that your thoughts create too. And I just want to mention it's like when you have a feeling about someone, right? You keep saying, I feel like this person is like X, Y, and Z, and they end up showing up in that way, and you're like, oh, I knew it. Guess what? Your belief, your assumption, your thoughts ended up manifesting that. Yes. So yeah. No, I've been doing readings for a while, actually longer than I've been a manifestation coach. So I always do personal readings that I send video recorded readings. Also, I've had people join like Zoom meetings, right? If they want like a live reading with me, I also do lives. So that'll be tomorrow. But if you want like a private reading, that would be through the link in my bio. I'm always happy to do those. So yeah, back to no contact. So, I mean, of course you can try different things. You can try visualizing this person calling you. You can even try, pretending like you're talking to them on the phone, right? You can try scripting, like the conversation. Scripting has actually, if you like writing, right? If you like to write things down, take notes, then I would recommend scripting just because that works with my type, and like I've seen movement with that specifically for no contact writing. Actually manifested specifically a date back in the summer. I don't know if I said it was June or July or something, and I said, oh, it's June or July, whichever one I said. I'm so happy that me and my specific person like reconciled and we're talking now, right? And I wrote that down. I didn't write it 100 times. I just wrote it once. And I read it over and over again. Even if I was like crying about it, I was like, no, it's June, July, and we're back in contact. Everything's great. And then I think I just switched over to meditations for about a week or so. And then, like, that, it ended up happening. That was the reconciliation video I had posted a while ago. Hi, tarot readings are tomorrow on Tuesday. But you can always book a private read through the link in my bio. But yeah, anyways. So it happened in that month. But I do want to say, like, if you are saying, something like, oh, me and this person are in constant contact now, if you're scripting and you're saying, oh, it's fall, it's October, whatever. I know someone commented, like, oh, my birthday's coming up. Can I manifest this person by then? Yes, if you work on believing and trusting now, believing and trusting that you can have it, that you deserve it, that it is happening. That like you are that version of you on that day. You can even script like, oh, it's my birthday, I'm so happy that specific person wished me a happy birthday. They always wish me happy birthday, right? This person remembers the details of my life because they value me, because I know I'm important to them, because what often happens with no contact, it's like this manifestation of not feeling like this person truly values you, like you're just not a priority to them, right? They have other things to focus on. You don't want to bother them. That too. So again, working on self-concept, and also the way you're viewing the situation. Like, do you feel like this person actually wants to contact you, right? Or like, oh, I hear from them sometimes when they get the chance. Maybe. No, like, have more confidence and belief in yourself that is possible for you. So yeah, definitely the scripting. And again, also not being attached, not like checking the calendar or like constantly refreshing and checking to see if that came in, right? Because constantly checking is coming from a place of doubt, of fear, like, oh no, that day is kind coming up soon. I haven't heard from them yet because it was so wild. I think the day they contacted me, it was like the day before that time period would have been up. So it's like, please, like, do not give up. It can happen at the last minute or second. And then I asked them and they're like, oh yeah, like, I was thinking about you a lot. But again, there was no movement. So that's why, like, I'm telling y'all, it doesn't matter if you haven't heard from them in a year. It doesn't matter if they said they didn't want to talk to you again. Like, those are all circumstances. I had all of that, right? And it's still, like, I mean, we've been in contact for months, and, like, we already had a reconciliation, and it's, like, a brand new start. And on top of that, with no contact, when this person does come back, make sure to show up as the version of you who feels secure in the connection. So you're not going to want to bombard them with, what were you doing? Why didn't you contact me? Being very accusatory, right? Because then they're just going to get defensive and they're going to back off. They're going to be like, okay, sheesh, like, I don't want to stick around then. Hi everyone, sorry, tarot is tomorrow. Today is Manifesting Monday, everyone. Manifesting Monday. So today's about manifesting questions. Scurvy Steve, start affirming that she's loyal and faithful to you, right? You can manifest this. So don't give in to the fear and the doubt. Come from a place of feeling worthy and loving, feeling like you do deserve her love and loyalty and respect, and start saying that your marriage is built on trust, respect, loyalty, and love. So it doesn't matter if there's like a pattern of being flirty with others, or whatever has happened. You can start turning that around right now so that that does not end up manifesting. So someone said, I've been using manifesting and I feel he thinks about me and is coming back. Well, that's because he is, right? Because you're putting that out there, right? Depending on whether it's a reconciliation or contact. So start believing, like, yeah, he thinks about me every day, as he should. If you're manifesting, that you're in a loving mutual connection. He's coming back, right? He desires to be with you now. And again, not affirming things in the future tense, not saying like, oh, like he will, because that's like you're waiting for it, right? You're kind of like waiting for that day, like, oh, I'll be really happy when that happens. No, start feeling happy now, right? You are that person who he chooses to be with right now. The circumstances don't matter. I don't care what's going on. Whatever excuse you can say, oh, but he said this, but he's going through this, but I'm going through this. They said that, someone's not supportive. No, start affirming against that. Start affirming in your favor, right? May the odds be in your favor. Starting right now. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And you'll start to see that too. Like, I haven't seen anyone talk about this, is I know when I started to manifest things like with my specific person, I would see more positive content like on my For You page. I would see reconciliations. I would see stories of people being happily together. So not being on the side of TikTok that's like, oh, relationships are hard, people just don't want relationships anymore. Again, not focusing your energy on that, because that's going to be the story in your subconscious, and that's going to get pushed out. Oh, there's so many players, like relationships are hard. no one wants to commit anymore. No, like, do not listen to that. Like, those are just manifestations of people not feeling whole and complete, having fears of abandonment. Like, you don't need to put yourself through that. Like, please don't. So yeah, feel that excitement. Don't let other people say like, oh, but what about the statistics of divorce, and what about when they did that? Like, that's in the past. That manifestation's done. Just bye. It's gone. Doesn't matter anymore. So yeah, and like love songs too. Absolutely say, yeah, this is happening for me now. This is what I get to experience. So how do you manifest a third party out? Oh, so I'm assuming you mean third party as in like an actual person, right? Because third party can always be just, you know, an obstacle. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, you know, maybe like a parent that doesn't approve or something like that. So the best way to manifest, like, I wouldn't even saying like, oh, that person the third party has found someone. I wouldn't even focus on the third party, right? Because that is a manifestation of you not feeling like the best option for your person, right? Or that could be putting them up as like a celebrity, right? Like, oh my gosh, they're so amazing. They have so many options. They're so attractive. Are you saying that about you as well? And also, are you affirming? And you're here. We're like right in the middle of it, right? We're talking about third parties right now. It's getting intense. But thank you for joining. I did not make my cookies, by the way. I don't know when that's gonna happen. But yeah, back to third party. So, my friend, you do not have to affirm for the third party. So right now, I would highly recommend just focusing on your self-concept. Build up who you are. And the metaphor I want to give you, right? Because I find that metaphors sometimes help to break it down. Think of start setting up the story, the plot. What do you believe about relationships? You know, I'm not saying that you do, but sometimes a third party is the manifestation of believing that people cheat, or that people aren't loyal and faithful, right? That relationships are hard. Or it could also be the background story. What is your background story? Do you get what you want in relationships? Do you feel like you attract healthy relationships? Do you believe that you are respected in relationships? Right? Set up the plot of the story. You know, what's your belief on what you're getting in relationships? Do you believe you are loved? That you are easy to love? Or have you heard things like you're too needy, like you're just like your needs are not gonna get met, right? Like, go be with someone else. That's a manifestation of not having this solid foundation of being like, heck yeah, I love myself, I'm secure, I know I can get my needs met, I know I deserve to get my needs met, I know that I'm also a loving person and that I'm wanted as well. And you're gonna be the main freaking character. You're not like, you know, the extra in chapter 12 that no one remembers. No, you're the protagonist. You're the main character. Who are you? Are you desirable? Are you attractive? Are you loved? Are you magnetic? Hi, David. Welcome to our Manifesting Monday. We're talking about third parties. I'm doing amazing. How are you? Oh, yeah, you joined right when we were talking about a third party. Yeah. So focus on you. Focus on the self-concept. And also, do you say things like the people you desire you? Or are you saying like, oh, when I like someone, it just doesn't work out? And it doesn't matter if that's been your backstory. Just scrap it. Write a new book. Okay? Write a new story. I don't care if you have to say something like that happened in a past life. You are in a new life, in a new timeline now. What works for you? Okay, because guess what? From this moment on, this is an affirmation you can say, you can write down. From this moment on, I deserve to get what I want in my love life. From this moment on, my love life feels fun. It feels exciting. It feels easy. To start writing that, so that way the old story, it's so far gone. Think about it like I don't know, like mythology, or like a story that gets told over and over again. It's like telephone. It changes. You can change it. You're not even going to remember what the original story was once you keep persisting in this new story. Yes, the affirmations help so much. Oh my gosh. And remember, you're not saying it to try and convince the world that you deserve this happy, healthy, loving relationship. You're not trying to convince them that you deserve the relationship. You're not trying to convince your family. You're not trying to convince your friends or even social media. You're just trying to convince your mind, okay, that this is who you are, this is what you are experiencing, putting this into your subconscious mind. And once you say that, once you understand that, it takes off the pressure. You're not like affirming like to get something from the person. You're just affirming for you and knowing that that is going to be reflected back to you without you trying to tell them, to convince them, to ask them, to beg them or plead with them. Okay, and that's on taking back your power as well, and knowing that it's not outside of you. And exactly, and having that relationship with yourself. And actually, once you start doing this self-concept work, you're gonna start to view yourself differently. You're gonna have more energy, right? You're gonna feel more confident. You're just gonna feel better. And those feelings are a result of these new thoughts that you're creating for yourself. Especially if you hold yourself in such high regard, and you're gonna show up as that best version of you right now. You can start saying, I am the best version of me right now. You don't have to say things like I just need to keep working on myself. I need to keep working on myself. You can, of course, improve and grow as a self-aware person who is amazing. But don't say like, oh, I need to work on myself from the place of not accepting yourself completely, of not feeling like you are enough now. Right? You don't need to put conditions on what you can have. You can have it now, right? No matter how difficult or impossible it seems, or even if it seems illogical, it is possible. So yeah, again, with third party, definitely building up yourself on you as the main character. That's one part. You know, this person who's chosen, who's the best, who gets what they want in their love life. The background story, you have amazing relationships. Love is easy. Love is nice. Love is easy. Love is nice. Love is what you experience now, what you attract now. And then the love interest comes in, right? And then affirming for the love interest and being like, affirming how they see you, right? Because you could have a good self-concept, but then if you say, oh, but this person, they're like out of my league, I don't even know if they want me that much. No, start saying that they do want you. And the stronger your self-concept is, the easier it will be to know and trust that. Yes, I love that affirmation. I am limitless. Limitless. Because you are. You are. And like for anyone who's doubting, of course, or anyone who like keeps watching videos and they're like, how is it gonna happen? Right? It's not gonna take me convincing you, but it's just gonna take you convincing yourself, right? Because it starts with you, and it starts with you trying it out. And you can even try it with small manifestations. Like, right, if you're pretty new to this, I would say something fun and easy that you can try is start saying a very specific compliment about yourself. Keep affirming that, and then someone's gonna say it to you, and you're just gonna be blown away. You're gonna be like, what? That's what I've been affirming. Oh my gosh. Right? Like, and then you'll start to believe and trust and affirm in your mind. You'll start to build those neural pathways, literally changing your brain. Like, if any of you are familiar with neuroplasticity, right, and the ability for the brain to change and to develop as we learn and grow in our lives, right? It's not stuck. And again, giving yourself time too. Yeah, believing you're able to feel better, doing it daily helps. Definitely repetition. And I also again, really strongly recommend recording your own voice and looping that at night, right? And at first, you know, it could be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to listen to this, it's distracting. But I don't know if any of you have tried that, but I know for me, it's like, that's my sleeping time medicine. Like, that puts me to sleep, right, with all the affirmations. Yeah. So you record your voice. Oh yeah. So because it's coming from your voice, right, it's easier for your mind to process versus like a random person telling you. As well as if you loop it at night, right, when your conscious mind is asleep, your subconscious mind is active, then it's easier for that to go into your thoughts. Thank you. You just ordered a reading, so my turnaround time is like 5 to 7 days if that's a recorded reading, right? And if you booked a live reading with me, then that one's definitely within a week. Like, I try to do that as soon as possible. So yeah, I mean, anywhere from like, I'd say like 3 to 7 days, 7 days being like the most for my readings. Right? Oh, chakra meditation music. Yeah. Okay, if you booked a live reading with me, then I'll go ahead and email you, and then we'll set up a time. Right? That works. Thank you. But yeah, think about it, David, with, it's like if you listen to a subliminal and they're just using, you know, generic pronouns, it's someone else's voice. Like, I just think it's easier for your mind to process if it comes from your own voice, and if you're also tailoring it to you specifically. Because that becomes part of your inner conversation. Oh yeah, the heart to sacral to root meditation. Yeah, and if anyone has questions about how to like do that, to create like your own affirmation track or subliminal, some things you can do, there's an app called Subliminator, and I think you could record at least 10 minutes of affirmations on it, and you could play it, and you can like have the app in the background, and you could play your music so that the affirmations are playing under the music, right? So that way when you're listening to the music, the affirmations are just going to your subconscious. So you can do that. You can also do, if you have just like a recording app on your phone, record that. You could upload it to iMovie. That's what I do. And then I upload it as like a private video to YouTube. And I just loop it throughout the night. I haven't found comfortable headphones yet. Still on the hunt for that. So it's called Subliminator. So Subliminator. Yeah. Or subliminals on YouTube. I would recommend, especially for women, Mark Reynolds subliminals, right? I mean, those are specifically towards, a lot geared towards women, like in their love lives. But oh my gosh, I've tried those, and I've manifested things. Like, I've tried it on like random people, random SPs, right? And wow, highly recommend. Yeah, on YouTube. Or also, what's another one? Kim Velez's meditations. I love those. Those are really good too. Yeah, especially for self-concept. And for those of you dealing with a third party, I would highly recommend the Goddess meditation, and also there's like an I Am Chosen meditation for Kim Velez on YouTube. But yeah, there's like other ones you can try. I have one on my YouTube. I don't remember what affirmations I used, but yeah, I definitely incorporate self-love affirmations into that one as well. But yeah, I know third-party situation sucks, but just know, like, it's just a circumstance. And oh yeah, I wanted to say this earlier, for anyone who's having a really hard time trusting and believing, to start focusing on success stories, right? Start listening, and you'll realize, wow, people have been in really complicated situations where any like non-manifesting person would say, oh yeah, there's no way, there's no chance, and then they literally change their thoughts, their dominant thoughts and beliefs on the situation. They end up seeing movement, and that helps them believe in their ability to manifest even more. And then it's just like a positive snowball effect. And also, again, like I tell everyone, like, start saying that you can manifest really easily. Because like I see these people, and they're like, I've been doing everything, I've been studying, it's still not working. And I'm like, do you believe you can? Do you trust you can? They're like, well, no. So yeah, start saying affirmations too on being able to manifest. Oh, the negative thoughts. Well, I think that depends. With negative thoughts, they come faster. If it's easier to believe, especially if it's a situation that like you don't have a lot of trust in, right? It's easier. It's easier just because, like, as society, we've been programmed to be pessimistic, to search for problems. So it takes unlearning that. And then I think the last metaphor I want to share for today is, like, I was telling one of my clients, think about it like your thoughts are coding, right? And your beliefs right now is the program. If you want to make an update, you have to write all that code and push the update. And guess what? When you update a program, it takes time to process it, right? It shows you the little bar that goes as you persist, and you have to keep the window open. You can't like exit out and quit, right? You can just like stop, be like, no, because it didn't update now. No, it takes time for the little green bar to go. And I mean, you can do other things as long as you make sure it's still there, right? So you keep persisting, you keep affirming, and then it gets to the completed stage, and then something can pop up in the meantime in your 3D, be like, are you sure you want to complete this update? And then you're like, yeah, I do, right? You're not going to react. You're going to be like, oh, because that happened, like, because it's asking me again, right? Evidence that showed up. You're not going to react. You're going to be like, yeah, this is happening. This update is happening. I affirm this. And I want to mention too, when an update first comes out, it's normal for bugs to happen, right? And then they have to do another update, which isn't as big. It's like the update 0.1 to fix a minor bug. For example, the bug being something that happened from the old coding. So I hope that metaphor helps someone. Yes. Oh, you feel you're so positive all the time and it takes longer to manifest. The negative thoughts come in quicker. So yeah, you can actually be really positive and have that happen. Just as long as, in addition to feeling it, to knowing it, to thinking it, to believing it, and to trusting it, right? So yeah, for you, like, I would recommend doing affirmations on training your thoughts. You can actually switch that around. You could be like, oh, my positive thoughts manifest really quickly. You could do ask-formations too, ASK. Why do my positive thoughts manifest almost instantly? Why do they manifest instantly? These positive thoughts are always showing up in my reality now. All the time. Wow, things are just happening in my favor now. Why? Why? Because that's just how it is. Start saying that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna knock this plate over. Hello. Welcome. I don't know, actually. Yeah. Alright. Oh my gosh, revision. I have to talk about that too. I have to go though, you guys. I'm sorry. I know. No, you definitely got this. You got this, you guys. So I do have to go. But I love all of you. Happy manifesting, right? Manifesting Monday. Start trusting, start knowing it's working for you now. Okay. Bye, everyone.